right, people, we are leaving meat market. We've got some mac and cheese, some leftover mac and cheese, and we had a pretty bad shift. Made $160 in like 4 hours, 4.5 hours, whatever. But it wasn't too tough. Had a good time. Had some fun actually with the guys. Kind of a sausage fest in our little corner. Beautiful women around though. Tried to chat one up, and next thing I know, she was gone. So fail, but maybe she'll come back around. She was beautiful, blonde, fit. Oh my God, didn't get her name. She didn't get mine. All I did was show her my dog. What a loser. But now we're gonna head back to that dog, Addison, see what she's up to, get a good night's sleep. We're gonna start doing cardio in the mornings now. Sunrise is about 7:04 a.m. right now, and weather is getting warmer, so I'm expecting to eventually be able to just walk outside and get a good sweat as the sun's coming up. Until then, maybe we'll just do the cardio machines at the apartment. We've got Stairmaster, treadmill, bike. What else? There's a Pelotons, whatever. But hoping to do like 30 to 45 minutes. I don't think I'm going to do it every morning, but if I could do it every other day, I think then the goal is to get pretty lean and get as ripped as possible, as fast as possible right now. Because it's basically now summer, and it's like, I guess I didn't really think about it, back home, you got till June, but here, it's February, and it's go time, so, I'm gonna start having to kick that into gear, get shredded, and then, stay shredded. So, that's the plan for the morning. For the rest of the night, though, I'm gonna take this, mac and cheese, and then I've got some ground chicken I'm gonna cook up, and some, what do we eat that with? I don't know, we'll see. Dude, you guys want to believe I'm averaging 21,000 steps now, so finally I believe for the month of February, not only are we gonna hit an all-time high easily, but I think we're going to break the 20K mark. That was a goal that I had a few months ago. But man, that's a lot harder to do than I thought. Just hitting it some days is tough, let alone to have it as an average. So, pretty cool stuff. We just got to finish out February strong. Working at meat market is obviously making it easy. Walking Addy, it helps. But it's good stuff. I'm really excited about hitting that number, but then March is going to come around and we're going to have to keep eating it. So it's going to be a very interesting year of activities and fitness and health and looks maxing and just maxing out life. So we're going to take the money that we made today. I work in the morning, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to tomorrow's shift, make tomorrow's money, and then we're going to go to Walmart and deposit it. No point to run there early in the morning when we're going to get some more cash, so we'll do that. And then we're going to deploy some more into the assets. Already paid off some debt today, felt good, organized my phone. I took off all the apps, guys. I think this is interesting. So I took off all the apps. They're not deleted, but they're still on my phone, but off of my home screen. You can't see like the Instagram app, the Snapchat app, all these different things that, would get notifications and pull me in, or even if they didn't have notifications, just seeing them would entice me to click into them. So what I did was I got rid of them, and for a few days I had it just where I would drag down and I have to search everything. But then I realized some of the things that I enjoyed I wasn't getting anymore. So instantly being able to see like the price of, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, just to know what's going on with the market. Also like my portfolios, and then also, a few other things that I like to track. Fear and Greed Index, my reminders, my calendars, my notes. So pretty much everything that I need to visually see is now on the home pages, which I'm absolutely in love with now. So pretty much if I need to get into anything, I drag down and I search and I could get in. But if I need a quick glance to see, what's my bank account at, what's this credit card bill at, and then, what's the price of Bitcoin, what's the index, etc. Now I could just quickly swipe. I could get a general view of everything I need and click off my phone, and I could do that, throughout the day. So huge hack, big fan of it. I think it's going to work out well, keep me on, just in tune with everything now. So, because before I had to go into those apps and be like, oh, I owe $450 on my Apple Card, pay, Now it's like I have them all in widgets, I could see them, and I could attack them better. And then also with the indexes, now I could really get to see, oh my God, like the fear and greed index for crypto right now is a 6. It's a pretty good time to be buying, versus, oh, the stock market fear and greed index is at a 75. And I was just about to deploy a ton of capital. Maybe not the best time. Check your data, do some more research, things like that. I also started setting up price indicators. I don't know if you guys can see me, sorry. I have to do it for the rest of my portfolio, but was talking with AI and we kind of put together a game plan for dollar cost averaging, and I just couldn't figure out what the best way was. Because, for example, my average on Vanguard VOO is $400, but the price of it right now is like $650, $660, something like that. So obviously it's not going to go back down to 400. If it does, the world is collapsing pretty much. So we agreed, me and AI pretty much, me and chat, about a 10% move into the downwards. I set price notifications so that when based off the 52-week high, when it goes down 10%, that's when I'm going to get notified to deploy more capital. And I'm going to do that across my whole portfolio. And then for the ones that are, for example, already below that number, like Tesla is far below their 52-week high, I'm going to deploy capital, and I'm going to do it at a faster rate. I'm going to bump up all the weekly buys up until it reaches back up. Then we'll turn it off. So I'm going to do that for the whole portfolio to allow me to really compound my core positions, and I think that's going to be huge. I'm also going to really start to fine-tune my portfolio, because I think I've made a ton of money, but I've also had a ton of losers, and I didn't really realize it. I think in the beginning they weren't as big, and that's why I didn't care. I'm like, oh, I'm only down 20%, 30%. And then I was like, wow, I have 60% losers, 88% losers, 90% losers. Like, we're talking companies that are going bankrupt, and I just it wasn't, an absorbent amount of money, but there was a lot of losers. So I think now I'm going to make a more strong decision when I'm investing into a company versus just gambling. I think that's what I was doing, was oh, this seems like a very cool robotics company. Money. Oh, they're down. That means they could go back up. And it looks like there's a lot of growth. Money, and they never return. The analogy is catching a falling knife. I think I caught, falling knives too many times. So now I'm going to put into what I truly believe in for the future and compound that. So that's enough finance. That was just on my mind. We're going to head home now and get some food. We'll see you there. Also, guys, I thought this was needed because, one, I said I was going to deposit cash at Walmart, and I kind of found out what the strategy is. So right now we're depositing cash that I make into Walmart OnePay app. So that's where all my cash is going to go. I have direct deposit set with Chime, which I could switch it to OnePay. I might. I'm still deciding. But I don't think so, because I just found out that checks, I could visually take a picture and they could get uploaded into Chime. So Truist, who debanked me, just like Chase debanked me, Truist sent me all my funds back today, so I deposited that check, which is how I found out that Chime could do that, because the OnePay app cannot do that. So I was like, well, how do I deposit this check now, being debanked? And I found a way. So now, checks, Chime, cash, Walmart. people got to send me any money. Can't do Zelle, but you can send it Apple Cash, or you can send me crypto. And that's personally the best way as any. So that's all I need, right? So no fees with any of that. Come on. You know, as of right now, I don't know any issues. They might come. Until then, we're solved. We figured it out. We're good now. We could get money and we could deploy and we could get into our accounts. So that's all that matters. This is kind of what I talked about in some of the previous few days ago, guys. So check back a few vlogs. You got to be resilient and you've got to find ways to move forward no matter what. And I think I'm going to be way more open about everything now to you guys, because this is documentation of where we're at right now in the journey. And I think in the years past, I used to make videos and just be like, not say certain things because it doesn't make me out to look like I'm a perfect individual or, you know, the craziest, most successful entrepreneur, you know, or something like that. So now we don't give a fuck. We're going to be honest with you guys and tell you exactly what we're doing, because I can't wait to look back at all these videos when we absolutely make it. Not that we haven't already. We've made it because we've got the Lord on our fucking side. But one day in the future, when I have an absolute mansion and a property that I love with a family, I can't wait to look back and be like, dude, you were depositing cash at Walmart because banks didn't want to fucking, you were doing all these crazy little things, and we're talking, you know, small amounts, you know. So I'm just, I want to document this stuff, guys. That's all I'm doing this for, is to just be more honest. So I'm going to be more straight up on exactly what I do on a daily basis. Today I had a smoothie, I had an energy drink, and we worked out. We did push and back. You know, I don't know what else to say, guys. That's it. That's it for now. Bye. Okay, well, to end the night, about a pound of ground chicken, peppers, avocado, and mac and cheese, and sweet acid. So we will see you guys in the morning for cardio. That's the end of the vlog. Have a pure life. Thirsty? I'm thirsty.